Hey, from 101 Garage. I was reluctant to do this video. It's going to be like an hour long, so when you get tired of watching it, just shut it off. I just had so many people asking to let them know what I do through the day, kind of get to know me in 101 Garage. So if I mess up, I'm not going to edit this video, so just please forgive me. So we're just going to walk through each bike, what I'm doing, what I'm working on throughout the day. I don't have any help. I try to hire a couple people, but they just never really showed up. They're all burnt out. But they probably would have done a lot of help for us, give us a lot of help. But they didn't show up, so we just do what we can. I have a kid, he's 12. I usually don't talk about that much, but I'm mostly buying all these for him. He can do whatever he wants with them. It's better for me than buying silver, or gold, I guess. I don't know. At least I can ride them. It's kind of fun. So that's what we collect the bikes for my kid. He's 12. We're in Arizona, and my shop's usually about this messy all the time. So I hate to be redundant. I'm going to talk about each motorcycle for what I know about it, its name, and the story behind it. Some of them are pretty cool, some of them are not. But this is a 1990 Kawasaki ZX7 250 Ninja. We bought it off eBay for $5,000. And yeah, it needs some work and it needed some paint. But the nice story about it is when we had it delivered, the person that delivered it offered us $5,000 more than we paid for it. So the guy said, I'll give you $10,000 to leave it on the truck. So this is April. She has like 6,800 miles on her. And we do actually have the one that has the dual headlights. Don't make fun of me, but I actually did the single thinking that'd be pretty cool with a number on it. So then this is an Aprilia. We got this in Tucson. It's a 2007 with around, I think, 18,000 miles on it. So we got this in Tucson, 19,000 miles. And we bought it with the 2017 600 GSX-R. So we bought two bikes in one day and brought them back from Tucson in the back of our truck. So I know the name's not real creative because we call her Prilly. Again, I shouldn't talk about this, but my 12-year-old pretty much names all the motorcycles. So it has different exhausts. We have the stock exhaust for it. But the cool thing about Prilly is there's only 200 of them. And we're very proud to have her. She really sticks out. It's really nice. I move about 5 motorcycles a day. They're either in the way or I'm rotating ones we're gonna ride or not. Like we used to have Prilly over there and Isabella was there, this is Isabella. And we had the GSX-R 1100 Ginny over here. But we wanted to take them all for rides and we've been riding those two bikes way too much. So we rotated them out. So here's Ginny. Ginny is a 91 GSX-R 1100. She has like 31,000 miles on her. 32,000 miles, I apologize. And it has different exhaust on it too, but we also have the stock exhaust and the stock airbox. It came from California, and it's okay. It's one of our heaviest bikes for sure. It's hard to push around. So this is Haley, our CBR 600 F4i. It'll probably be one of the first motorcycles we would sell. We just bought it here in Arizona from a guy that never got his driver's license, and it has 800 miles on it, one owner. It just doesn't really fit our agenda, if you will. We like motorcycles that are uncomfortable and look very racy. This is just not one of them, and it's not like we're really saving it. There's a lot of these around. So we'll probably sell it for around $6,000. It'll probably be on our website one day soon. I don't know if we'll sell it, but if not, it'll be up there. So I want you to know on Haley here, the CBR 600 F4i, the guy did ride it 800 miles, and like I said, he didn't have a driver's license for a motorcycle, but he drove the 800 miles in his HOA. Can you imagine driving from 2006 to 2023 in your HOA 800 miles? That's what this guy's done. So then we go over to our Suzuki GSX-R 600. This is a 2017. So this is Amelia. It has like 2,700 miles on it. It has pretty much everything stock. I believe the guy did a little bit on the exhaust. I'm not familiar with these sort of exhausts. They're too new for me. I'm a Muzzy, Kirker, Yoshimura kind of guy. But I went there. Like I said, we were buying Prilly at the same time. When we went there, he was changing the oil. Really nice place. He was getting married that week and he had to sell it. Honestly, don't remember what I paid for it, but we said, we'll take it. It's one of the best sounding bikes that we have in the shop, to me, other than Isabella. They're both fuel injected. They both sound really crisp. Very, very nice bikes. So that's a pretty nice bike. It's new. It's Amelia. So if you see her around, again, I'd have to ask my kid, but that'd probably be another bike we'd probably sell down the road. So this is Pepper. It's a Ducati 749S. A 749S, they have an R model also, which I believe is all carbon fiber. I'm not a huge Ducati person. I don't know a lot about them. I just hope it never breaks because I will not be able to fix it. But it's a 2003, 17,000 miles, one owner. We got this in California also. Don't mind it. My kid really likes this bike, so I won't probably be able to sell it. He likes the red and he likes the name Pepper. So this is Isabella. It's a CBR 1000. It's a 2007 and it has 2,060 miles on it. It's Isabella. It came out of Texas from a pretty cool guy. I see him on, I believe, Instagram every once in a while. He's a big Ducati person. So this bike came from him. And so did Layla. I think he took pretty good care of them. I think I like this bike quite a bit. This isn't even black. It's like a purple metallic. It is really nice. So that is one thing we really enjoy. And then also it starts up and it's very smooth. Sounds great. So that's, again, it's Isabella. So this is Susie. I'm sure you guys have seen enough of the videos from Susie because we've been working on it, trying to get it to a place where I feel like it won't keep deteriorating. I did go ahead and replace the blinkers from the little 80s type blinkers. They were driving me nuts. Took some stickers off, and I have not cranked it over yet or checked in the cylinders, but we're hoping to soon. So Susie is a one owner, I think 23,000 miles. 1990 ZX7 H2. It has a Muzzy full system. It does have a California emissions. That's because it's from California and the one owner bought it in California. So we'll get this cleaned up just like we are going to get Casey cleaned up. So that's 8 of our sport bikes that we have. These mostly hang out over here. We try to keep all the ZX7s together, and there are some out in storage. But yeah, in the comments, leave which one you like the best and why. Maybe you have good memories of one or you had one. We'd like to hear what you have to say. So moving on, hold on. So this is Evelyn. It's really the only yellow ZX7 I've ever seen in person. And she came out of Florida right when the hurricane was happening. So I'm glad she actually made it. It does not have a full exhaust system. It is missing the blinkers, which I do like the OEM fenders and blinkers. We'll get to that one day. It has 12,000 miles on it. Probably a couple of owners, but we got this one again out of Florida. And this is Evelyn. She's pretty cool. She starts up really well, has new tires. Other than that, I don't know. Oh, it's missing the right sticker, the decal. I actually found one side so far, so I'm working on correcting that. And we'll probably, even though I like this windscreen, we'll probably put the OEM one back on it. So this green one is Lily. You've seen a lot of videos on her. We changed out the fuel pump, put a choke, installed a choke because she didn't have a choke cable. So it's a 98 with around 20,000 miles on it. Lily is from Europe, I guess. It has the headlights where you can shut them on and off. They don't do that in the United States. Came with a nice exhaust system. It actually has LED turn signals and headlights. So I'm a little concerned about switching them back to OEM. I do not like those blinkers, but you have to pick and choose what you do with your money and time. So that's Lily. Everybody seems to like her. So this is Tangerine Dream. It came from a guy in California. Probably paid a little more than I should have for it. That's not true, probably. It actually starts rather well. I believe it has 12,000 miles on it with the Muzzy full system. I probably did okay. Not a smoking deal, but okay. So many of you already know it's a 2003. It does have 12,000 miles on it. We'll end up cleaning it up. It did come with powder-coated orange wheels. I kind of like that, so we're going to probably leave those alone. They're very clean, and just ride it. We'll probably fix all this if I have extra. I like the OEM blinkers, and again, we'll put them on the front also. And definitely going to change the windscreen. I'm not a fan. So this is Tangerine Dream. So still talking about ZX7s, this is Micah. It's a 95 ZX7. I'm a huge fan of these. You never see them. I probably have 3 sets out of all the ZX7s we have. But this is Micah. It's a Micah purple color. In the sun it looks purple, really dark metallic. It has a Muzzy full system, and it came out of like Minnesota from a pretty nice guy that has 3 or 4 bikes. Even in Arizona he has some bikes here. But we got this for a decent deal, and it has 17,000 miles on it. And this is a little different than, say, the other bikes. So see, because it has one air inlet. This is the lights. I much rather have these with the tubes, or maybe the double with the cat eyes. But you see, this is a single also, and it has the same thing, but it doesn't show as badly as the darker color. I'm not saying it looks bad. I'm just saying I like it more square than angled. So that's Micah. Has the OEM stuff all over it. Has the blinkers, all the forks. I'm sorry, it has the fender and all the reflectors too. So that's Micah. Aria is a 96 ZX7. It came from the Netherlands. It's purple and red. Has a stock exhaust. It does have the OEM blinkers. The reason the seats are off is because I was charging the batteries and it doesn't have the plug-in. So I need to get that done too. It just makes it more quick. So this has around 30,000 miles on it. It has brand new tires though. It runs pretty decent. I like it. Aria is a good name. It's purple and black, like I said. I'm sorry, purple and red. It's all right. It has a red hugger. I'm always waiting for someone to see this bike on our YouTube channel and saying, hey, that's my old bike. I do have the paperwork and the history on it, but I'm not going to bother the person. So that's Aria. This green one is a Ziggy. It's not really keeping with the girls' names, but again, I don't name them. So this is Ziggy. Very, very clean bike. Someone really, really liked this bike. So this one came from like Europe also. It's a 92 ZX7 or ZXR. But Ziggy has around 18,000 miles on it. I don't know if it's a one owner. I was told it was, but I can't verify that. It has all the OEM stuff on it. Even the exhaust, it's very quiet. Just about like Aria. I wish Ziggy had the side reflectors, but I'm actually not sure that European bikes had the side reflectors like Micah does. Because I think that's a United States thing. I never see the ZX7s from 89 and 90 in Europe with the side reflectors on them. Those are hard to find. If you have any, let me know. I'll buy them. So Ziggy, I don't think ever had reflectors, and neither did Aria. So this is Orange Crush. It came from New Jersey. Oh my gosh, I remembered. And one owner, he bought this and he raced it on the track a couple times. Unfortunately, kind of laid it over on the side with the exhaust. So I had to buy a brand new Muzzy header and muffler off of eBay for like $800, which was a good purchase, I thought. But it all came duct taped because he raced it. Everything had duct tape on it, everything. It took me days to get all the residue off, but it did come with the side reflectors. I have them in a box. But one owner, it's sat in since, I think it's sat in storage since 2008 or 2005, I believe. And this is a 2003. This only has, like I said, 6,100 miles, 2003, one owner. The difference between Tangerine Dream and Orange Crush here is the wheels are the original color on Orange Crush. It's nice. It's a nice bike. It runs. I had to do the carburetors, of course, and the fuel tank was a trashed mess. But yeah, look at the exhaust. The frame's nice. 6,100 miles, 2003. Brand new exhaust from eBay. I was so happy. I bought it right away. You don't think about stuff like that. It'll be gone. I've missed 2 side pieces on 89 ZX7s just by walking away. This is a one owner 93 ZX7 that has PM wheels on it. But this bike came with the other stock factory rims, the wheels, and it came with 2 Muzzy exhaust pipes. As you can see, a 93 has this little spoiler, and so does the 95. So I think it's a 93, 94, 95 thing. I did a video on that once. But, oh, so look, this is a 92. And see, it has a different spoiler. See, that one's more rectangle, and this one has like a curve on the front side. So anyway, I'm sorry, this is Sophia. It's a 93 ZX7 with 22,000 miles on it. It did come with the OEM reflector, the blinkers and the reflectors. Everything came with the manual. I like this bike. It feels a little heavy, and I think it needs some carb work, but I think it'll clean up nice. So this is Sophia. 93 ZX7. I don't think I told you it came from Chandler, Arizona. Real nice guy. So this is a 2001 ZX7 Ninja. I got this one out of California also. It's Ivy. Ivy has some really decent upgrades. If I have to say, I like OEM, but this one's all right. It still has the factory windscreen, the mirrors. You see this stripe right here? This is the stripe that I need for the yellow one. They're actually the same decal scheme, same paint scheme, but the other one's yellow. So that's the decal I need if you see them for a yellow ZX7. You see what I'm talking about? It's supposed to have that. So back to Ivy. It's a clean bike. It is great to ride. It has upgraded stuff, levers, brakes. It's just a nice bike. It really is. It's really fun to ride. It starts probably most of the time. Oh, and I'm sorry, it has a Muzzy carbon fiber exhaust system, and everything's OEM. It's a little dusty. It's been sitting over here by Eleanor. It's pretty straight. I like it. I'm not saying it's my favorite bike, but Ivy would be something you could grab and go for a ride, and hopefully give you little problems. So this is Eleanor. I don't know what to say about her. She came from Africa. I've been trying to chase it down. So far, I've seen it come from Africa, which I'm pretty sure they raced it there. It went to Florida, then went to Kansas, and then went to California. I picked it up in California, but I have a lot of extra parts for it. I have a lot of stuff in bags from Kawasaki, like screws, these pieces here. Again, aluminum gas tank, but it came with lots of extra parts, a manual. But it came with the factory rims, which are pretty heavy. but I cannot find matching wheels. Like this is a 5-spoke, and the back one's a 3-spoke. So I need one or the other so it matches. It also came with the Muzzy header and muffler. The frame's polished. We may leave that, depends when we get into it to restore it. But it's kind of a nice bike. So it's a 92 with 21,000 miles on it. We call her Eleanor. I don't really mind the different color wheels in the front and the back. It's just I would like them to match. So if you see a wheel, please let us know. You know, either that one or this one. Thank you so much. All right, move on. So here's our Mustang. I know it's getting off the motorcycles. Just real quick, this car I bought in 2007, and there's not a stock piece on it except the bodywork, the carpet, and the seats. Everything's been changed. It's ridiculous. It has like 11,000 miles on it. But I bought it with a lot of extras. It was in a magazine called The Sleeper, because you know there's no spoilers on it or anything. But someone built this car, and it was doing 10 80s at 130 miles an hour. It's a stroker, 4.6, stage 3 heads, of course supercharged. It has 315 20s, and in the back I have a fuel cell that I put ice in to feed the supercharger. It's an automatic because mostly it's a drag car. Not that we've done a lot, but we have raced it. 11,000 miles, that's probably 80% racing. We did a couple of the 90-mile races in Las Vegas, the Silver State Classic. They also made me put a roll cage in it because it runs the quarter too fast. So, oddly enough, this car does not have a name, and I've had it since 2007. So, here she is, the Mustang 2007 GT 4.6. I know there's a lot better cars, but I have so much money in this one now, I can't sell it. So we're going to keep it. Here's the tank for Susie. As you probably saw in the other videos, I'm trying to get the gas lid to open. Susie sat since 2010 with fuel in it. And I'm just hoping that it's not trashed too bad. It did come with an extra tank, but this one's nicer than the other one. So we're trying to get the lid open. So working on it. So going over here, this is Christine. It's an 89 GSX-R 750. Has 12,000 miles on it. Everything OEM. Needs a little bit of touch up and work. We have high hopes for it. We want to put a 190 on the back. We're not sure we can do that. A 190/50, and also we bought a Super Trap header and muffler for it just to keep it time period. To, you know, I don't even think they may have made a Muzzy for GSX-R. I'm actually not even sure. Let me know in the comments. So Christine, I really like her a ton. I probably have someone trying to buy it every 2 days. It's just not worth selling. It took me 2 years almost to find this. Don't mind the mess. I just keep moving along. I know there's stuff on the ground, but I'm jumping bike to bike, and that's what happens. So don't make fun of my little work area. I get to look out the window. Good lighting. But this is the brake caliper from the 89 ZX7 Casey. It's just, I'm getting it all cleaned up. We're going to probably have to pull it apart to Cerakote it. Working on that. I'm also going to show you how I paint these. Hope that helps you guys out. I think it's fun how I do it. I hope you enjoy that and hope it helps you out. So we've been cleaning on this probably for a couple hours. It's silly, I know, but these are kind of rusty. It takes time. Got to clean this all up. The bolts, the spring. all the plastic and rubber. So that's what we're doing over here. I know it doesn't look like much. This is not Muzzy's shop. I'm just in Arizona and doing my best I can on my bikes. So again, that's Christine. I really like her. She's a beauty. See a lot more videos of her soon. We have a lot planned for her. So by now, surely all of you guys know this is Casey. We've been working on her for probably 3 months, 2 months maybe. It's coming together. We're putting it all back together. It's great to have the hugger. We needed a new one of these, and I actually ended up finding one. Just not the whole alternator, I hope, but just that part. So we replaced that. We cleaned up the valley in the engine. We put the starter back in. We actually just put some oil in the cylinders, and we've been turning it over again. Spark plugs are in it now, but we'll probably pull them out and do a leak down test and a compression test. Yes, you're right. We should have done that 2 months ago, but I didn't have the tools, to be honest. And our sponsor just gave them to me. So, Motion Pro. All right, hold on. Here's the carburetors for Casey. All these parts here are going to need to be cleaned up. This taillight, I hope I can polish it. I do have a brand new one, but I don't really want to use it unless I have to. The wheels are in pretty good shape. I think the sprocket's okay. I do need a chain. Please don't mind my mess. I'm sorry. It's just how it is sometimes. Replaced the fuel filter and the fuel pump. Like I said, the carburetors are done. We're trying to get the headers on so I can put all this together. I had the radiator and the oil cooler and the screens all redone. And we are working on this area. We're going to replace this seal for the clutch slave cylinder rod. I've never done that. Any advice on how to pull it out and put it in? I'd love to hear about it. Leave it in the comments. So yeah, this is Casey. I hope she runs. So moving on. So this is a GSX-R 750. As far as I can tell, it has 600 bodywork on it. It has 2,500 miles on it. Came from a great guy in Connecticut that shipped it to us, and with 2 others. There's a ZX7 from 92 and a CBR 900R that needs a lot of work. So this one was just needed to put it back together. It was all in boxes. So the only thing that was really missing are the bolts and the washers. So we'll see how this bike turns out in the future. Yes, there's no name for this bike yet either. This is a 1995 Super Sport 900 Super Sport Victoria. She came from from Scottsdale, Arizona. She's pretty clean. She has 13,000 miles on it. And I'm just kind of saving her. Really not riding it much. Anyway, she's a good bike. It's Victoria. You probably already know Katie. She's an RC8. That's a KTM. And she's a 2013. She has 12,000 miles on her. Everything's pretty much stock, maybe except the blinkers in the back have been jacked with. It's kind of a strange looking bike. The colors, I really enjoy the colors. I like how right behind the wheel, I like this right here quite a bit. I like when fairings hide the front wheel a little bit. So this is Katie. She needs her oil changed pretty soon. I get this from a guy in Gilbert, Arizona. And you probably heard the story, but we got there to the parking lot and his driver's license was expired. The license plates were expired, didn't belong on the motorcycle. The title was in somebody else's name. Some of that, I don't care about his driver's license, but the title being in somebody else's name and giving someone cash on a parking lot, don't think so. But we went to the DMV, and oddly enough, he let us have the keys and the cash, and he went and bought some cigarettes. So we're in the DMV with the title, the keys, and the cash, and the bike was sitting outside, and he went and bought cigarettes. I don't know. So I asked the lady if it was stolen. She's like, no, it's not. And so we've had it for almost a year. So we're really happy to have Katie. She'll be fun down the road when we have more time on our hands. So this is Layla. This is a 1989 ZX7 H1. It came out of Texas. It's the same person that had Isabella, the CBR 1000. This ZX7 only has 7,100 miles on it. I have the seat off because it needs a battery. And I was actually checking some stuff, trying to make sure she's okay. And that's what this whole mess is. I'm sorry. I am trying, okay? So yeah, I videotape and answer lots of comments and emails and work on bikes. That's my day, I guess. So this is, again, Layla. 7,100 miles, came out of Texas. Not much of a story. I really enjoy this. If you ever see one for sale, let me know. As fast as you can, I'd take another one, especially if it's a 90 model, an H2. Looking good, Layla. So this is Daisy. Everybody seems to like Daisy quite a bit. It's an R1, 2006. It's the 50th anniversary bike, not the limited edition one. Don't get that confused if you're ever collecting bikes. Huge difference. But it has like 11,000 miles on it. The seats were trashed. It was sitting outside. Some truck driver owned it. Again, over in Gilbert, Arizona, in that area. And yeah, we actually stripped it all down, cleaned it from top to bottom. What it was is all the dust sits on the bike, settles on the bike in Arizona, then it rains on it, and then it washes the dust on top of the engine. Then it rains again and does it again. It's just horrible. And so this was just completely trashed. And the seats were torn from the sun, and it really came around. This bike is great. 11,000 miles. The wheels are supposedly cost around $3,000. I like the wheels a ton. Would I like to have the OEM ones too? Yes, I don't have them, but you could probably buy them somewhere. And then has a nice sounding exhaust. It's fuel injected, of course. Yeah, this bike's cool. The guy was really nice. He was just never had time to ride it, but he shouldn't have left it outside. So this is Daisy, 11,000 miles. I like it. Has good lines. Leave in the comments if you what bike you like the most. If you ever had an R1 or a KTM RC8, just let me know what you've had. I love to hear what bikes you have and what you had. As many of you know, I save mufflers and exhaust systems too. I try to collect muzzy pipes, so if you had one, let me know. If you have some of these, let me know. Oh my gosh. These are the reflectors I was talking about earlier. You know, it goes on the side. So they go here somehow, I think this way. So they go here, and these are actually off of this one. So we need to put them back on. But if you have any of these mounts, I don't care about the reflector so much, but these mounts, if you ever see anything like that for a ZX7, let me know. These are I guess they're gaskets so it doesn't scratch the paint. Very hard to find also. I could probably make those. These are great to have. If you ever see any or have any, let me know. Again, so this aero exhaust came from Italy. This is the Super Trap that we got from a pretty cool guy on, I believe, Facebook. I think Ohio or something like that. This one came from Flagstaff. This one actually came with, this one was this came with the GSX-R 750 with no name. But that came with in the box. So it's an extra pipe for a CBR 900R. Yeah, so we got that. And let's go to Violet. So Violet's a 1999. It only has 19,000 miles on it. A lot of people say that this isn't a color, but maybe it's because it's from Europe. I don't know. I do see this color. A lot of people just ask me if I'm sure that it's a 99. Leave in the comments what your thoughts are. I mean, I don't know, but it is from Europe. You can tell by, like I said, the light switches turn off and on. There's just certain things that you can tell. But this is Violet. Again, she has 19,000 miles in 1999. I'm sorry, I bought it and I got it out of California. So everything's pretty much stock on it. The blinkers, the exhaust, the wheels could probably maybe be painted purple again. I don't know, I kind of think it looks clean. But I can't think of much to say about Violet. I like her name. I like how she looks. Well, I didn't quite make an hour. It's about 35 minutes, I believe. It looks like on the clock. I'm not just going to sit here and fill up time. That's just what it took to tell you what everybody was asking me. Again, we save exhaust pipes. I'm actually going to do header tape on this one. I just want to see what it does. I've never done header tape. Again, leave in the comments if you have an opinion. This needs cleaned up pretty badly. Again, I don't really have a favorite. I'm going to work on a top 5 favorites because everybody always asks me which ones I like the most. I do enjoy meeting the people that I buy them from. I really wish this one could talk. I always think it has a lot to say. I just came from Africa. It's been raised. It has a historical feeling to it. I mean, there's only 500 of these made anyway, and I'm very proud to have one. So, yeah, I like all these for different reasons. The orange ones, I always wanted one. We actually bought the orange ones in the same month. Again, New Jersey, California. I am looking for the burgundy ZX7 and a silver one, but they gotta make sense. I have so many bikes now, they just have to make sense. Not so much the money-wise, but the distance where they are and what they have on them and what they need if they run. You know, a lot of people don't even know if their bikes run. So finishing up, I'm going to finish with Susie. She's actually would be on my top 5 favorite lists. And I'm pretty sure Christine would also. The GSX-R from '89, the red and white GSX-R 750. But this bike is, like I said, one owner, like 21,000, 22,000 miles. I've already rebuilt the petcock on it. It was a mess. It just has everything here. The guy didn't take it. It actually came with the reflectors. They're out in the shipping container. But yeah, I'm very happy about this bike. One owner, has the reflectors, 20,000 miles. Everything's here. It does have an aftermarket mirror. See it? See the letters? An OEM mirror usually doesn't have anything in 90. Has the factory windscreen. I haven't been in the airbox yet. The carburetors are junk, I'm sure. The battery, we took it out just to store it until we're ready for it. And the side pieces need a little love, and the wheels need re-powder coated. For sure the back one, but we'll do both. Everything's here. I love it. Well, that's it from 101 Garage. This is what we have in the garage. We do have several bikes out in storage, but I'm not going to bother you with that. It has bad lighting, and there's not much to look at. They're in several different parts and boxes and stuff. We have an NC30 ZX 400RR Ninja and a ZX7 Ninja and the 900RR out there. So we will we'll get those in here soon. Again, please leave comments. What's your favorite bike? And what do you want to see? We're going to do some rides soon. I'm working on a camera, and that's it. I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks a lot. Wish me well on Susie and Katie. And wait till you see what we have coming in a couple of weeks. All right? 101 Garage. Please subscribe on YouTube. 101 Garage Arizona. And please leave a comment and likes. Have a good day. Bye.